This is a Luna Terra Classic price prediction and LUNC technical analysis on hourly and daily time frames, as well as LUNC news. Before we present our Luna Terra Classic technical analysis, we will tell you about other price prediction news. Terra Luna Classic LUNC. The road to $1. The Terra Classic network is at a crossroads. Terra Classic rises 12% in a single day, adding $100 million to LUNC's market capitalization. Binance will most likely end its Terra Classic LUNC burn. Technical analysis and trading signals on the daily time frame. Technical analysis and trading signals on the daily time frame. Pivot point super trend system gave the sell signal. Candlestick patterns are bearish. ABC trading patterns are showing consolidation. Support and resistance level analysis show consolidation. Overall, on the daily chart, we decided to stay out of the market. Technical analysis and trading signals on the hourly time frame. Pivot point super trend system gave the buy signal. Candlestick patterns are bullish. ABC trading patterns are showing higher highs. Support and resistance level analysis shows an upward trend. Overall, on the daily chart, we decided to keep the long position. Watch until the end of video, as we will present to you results of our another trading strategy. Subscribe to get more technical analysis videos. Terra Luna Classic LUNC. The road to $1. The Terra Classic network is at a crossroads, and how the community handles current issues might make or ruin it. At its heyday, the Terra Classic network was seen as the next frontier of blockchain development, promising to offer decentralized money on a large scale for the decentralized financial sector. Terra Luna Classic LUNC was trading for more over $100 per token, while Terra Classicus usdc gained billions of dollars in market capitalization. It all came tumbling down in May, though, when USDC pegged. At the time of writing, LUNC is trading at $0.000188, up 14.5% in the previous 24 hours. At the present pricing, the token would need a 534,100 increase to reach the $1 price mark. However, regardless of price, real-world use cases are likely to assure the chain's viability. Tobias Anderson, aka Radar, a Terra Classic core developer and member of the independent development organization Terra Rebels, has stated that incentivizing economic activity on-chain, re-enabling swaps, and implementing reduced burn costs is the quickest approach to decrease LUNC supply. Rex Harrison, aka RexZ, of a different development group known as Terra Vita, claims that the community may have to abandon the burn tax completely, claiming that a swarm of decentralized programs operating on the chain and jostling for market advantage would burn more than any tax. RexZ backs up his point by pointing out that most LUNC burns are altruistic in nature and not the consequence of the on-chain charge, which he argues prevents whales from carrying out transactions on-chain, discouraging app developers. Binance has burned more than 20 billion LUNC out of the total 35 billion LUNC burned by the community. In contrast, the on-chain tax has used just 10 billion LUNC, accounting for less than 30% of total burns. However, if recent suggestions and agitations are any indication, the community seems focused on keeping the on-chain tax and raising it to 1.2%. Even though it has only been a few months, it seems that community members are losing patience with developers and the promise of usefulness. Meanwhile, based purely on burns at a daily burn rate of around 367 million LUNC per the rarity statistics, it might take more than 50 years for the token to acquire the needed supply to hit the $1 price threshold. The Terra Rebels have already voted to go from the V23 upgrade to a paid working model. Meanwhile, a plan to mint additional tokens from token burns to the community pool to finance development is being met with strong opposition. Terra Classic rises 12% in a single day, adding $100 million to LUNC's market capitalization. Despite the broader crypto market's consolidation, The price of Terra Classic LUNC, the original chain of the failed Terra Luna ecosystem, is registering persistent rises after losing impetus in recent weeks. Despite trading flat to begin the week, LUNC's weekly chart indicates the token peaked at $0.00019, up 14% in the previous 7 days. Finbold is the source. The recent surge has occurred at a time when LUNC is also seeing significant purchasing pressure, with the asset registering a $110 million inflow within 24 hours to reach $1.09 billion. Furthermore, LUNC is currently supported by almost 40 decentralized apps dApps at a time when the community has expedited the token's supply reduction via burning. The fire has resulted in the destruction of around 402 million tokens every day. At the same time, the IBC bridge has proposed allowing holders to exchange LUNC for Luna. The future of LUNC as Terra Classic struggles to achieve usefulness. The asset's valuation is under danger from external forces, with the case against founder dogecoin being among the most serious. In the meanwhile, the LUNC community remains optimistic about the asset. The Terra Classic community on CoinMarketCap estimated that the asset will finish the year at $0.00025, according to a Finbold article. The post-Terra Classic rises 12% in a single day, boosting $100 million to LUNC's market capitalization appeared first on Finbold. TradingView is the source. Following news of the latest binance LUNC burn, the Terra Luna Classic price has surged by 13% in the last 24 hours, hitting $0.000181337. While the goal is to accelerate development and increase acceptance, many Terra Luna Classic validators and community members have spoken out against it, leaving it unclear if it will be adopted. Terra Luna Classic price forecast as LUNC rises 13% in 24 hours, $1 soon. LUNC has gained traction in recent hours, with its relative strength index purple reaching as high as 80 before falling below 70 and then climbing again. The key cause for today's increase is that Binance disclosed the results of its most recent LUNC burn, in which the exchange removed about 6.4 billion LUNC from circulation in the previous month. This has given LUNC holders and investors reason to be optimistic, with the cryptocurrencies soaring by as much as 19% today in reaction to the news. Binance has burned 13.7 billion LUNC too far, bringing the total burn count for LUNC including its on-chain burn tax to 35.3 billion. As a result, the Terra Luna Classic has lately considered options for expediting the burning process, with a new plan surfacing on Wednesday that would see 50% of all tax burn profits sent to a community development fund. The idea for this decision, as detailed in a Twitter thread by Terra Luna Classic validator David Gobelt, is to promote additional development on the platform's network. In theory, more traffic on the Terra Classic network would speed up burning since more people would be processing more data. Regardless, the debate over these suggestions reveals that the Terra Luna Classic community is split on the best method to move the network forward and boost the value of its native token, LUNC. In other words, it's not a guarantee that LUNC would ever return to $1, a level that now necessitates a 60% rise. LUNC's climb today, however, illustrates that, although it may not hit $1 in the near future, it has lots of potential gains ahead of it. Assuming more burns by Binance and maybe other exchanges, a favorable scenario for the end of 2022 and early 2023 might be a price of roughly $0, indicating a 65% rise from its current level. Newer alternative coins. Given the uncertainty surrounding LUNC's long-term prospects, traders and investors may want to examine alternative altcoins that aren't beset by community disagreement about where they should go next. Even with the continuing bad market, pre-sale coins have had a very fantastic 2022. As a result, here are 3 of the most promising token sales now taking place. LUNC update. Binance will most likely end its Terra Classic LUNC burn. Binance, the world's biggest cryptocurrency exchange, has contributed to the Terra Classic community by eliminating trading costs for LUNC spot and margin trading pairings. Proposal 10,983, on the other hand, has split the community into two camps by proposing to boost the community pool from 10% to 50%. Terra Classic's fate will be decided by Proposal 10,983 LUNC Proposal 10,983 Parameter Change. Increase reward policy rate min to 0.5 is presently being voted on by the Terra Classic community. The idea proposes using 50% of the 0.2% burn tax to support the community pool rather than 10% for on-chain development. Proposal 5,234 was approved by the Terra Classic community, which reduced the burn tax from 1.2% to 0.2% and funded the community pool with 10% of LUNC burn at the conclusion of each epoch. Developers think that additional LUNC tokens will be burned by dApps, whales, and other initiatives. However, lowering the burn tax did not result in the projected rise in LUNC trading volume. The community, on the other side, thinks Proposal 10,983 will force Binance COCZ to rescind the LUNC burn mechanism. Binance is donating its trading fees on LUNC spot and margin trading pairs to the community. In only 2 months, Binance has burnt nearly 20 billion LUNC tokens. Meanwhile, 15 billion LUNC tokens have been burnt by the community, other exchanges, and projects. LUNC price increases following the Binance burn. The price of Terra Classic increased by 17% when Binance destroyed 6.39 billion LUNC tokens on December 1st by transferring them to the burn address. The LUNC price is now $0.00018112, roughly 10% in the previous 24 hours. The Binance burning schedule. Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao CZ stated on September 26, after considerable consideration and modification, that the exchange will burn all trading fees from the LUNC BUSD and LUNC USDT pairings for spot and margin trading. Binance would collect the fees and then convert them into LUNC tokens, which would then be delivered to a burn address. Yesterday marked the 6th burnt batch of LUNC coins. This reduced LUNC supply by 6.39 billion more. Binance burnt 13.7 billion LUNC tokens in October, bringing the total to 20 billion LUNC with the most recent batch. This amounts to 0.33% of LUNC's current circulating supply of 5,979 billion units. Although this is a long way from Terra's April high of $116, a gain is a rise regardless of the decimals if the volume is there. Meanwhile, LUNC is a remnant of history and the ghost of a great possibility that never materialized, much like a meme currency. Interestingly, LUNC has increased by 202% in the previous 6 months, whereas the new Luna has decreased by 29%. Do you believe Terra 2.0 has too much taint and too many rivals to replicate the original Terra's quick growth? Previously, in early November, LUNC USD witnessed a significant bearish move, which was followed by a strong bullish rise. LUNC2 United States dollars 4-hour chart forecast. The 4-hour chart suggests a lack of interest among traders, since the majority of the candlestick patterns are for price does. With such a tiny volume of transaction, the LUNC USD market may be unable to maintain a positive trend. -2 trade, on the other hand, does not fall under this category. The D2 Terra Leaders token presale is still ongoing, and it has raised over $8 million. -2 Trade D2 Terra Leaders is a single analytics platform that provides market-beating data and features that elevate your trading experience. Terraform Labs co-founder Do Kwon hails the announcement as another victory. Meanwhile, The Terra Classic community reacted differently to the cancellation of arrest warrants. Prosecutors are nonetheless worried by the court's decision and will reconsider whether to submit another arrest warrant. Meanwhile, Terra's Do Kwon claimed another success over South Korean authorities in a tweet titled Strike 2. Do Kwon feels the prosecution accusations are speculative and without credible evidence. However, the majority of the Terra Classic community was dissatisfied with the court's judgment since there has yet to be a single arrest. The Terra Classic price is waiting for bullish momentum on Friday. The price of Terra Classic increased by more than 15% after Binance burnt almost 6 billion LUNC tokens. The price of LUNC is now $0.0001791, down 4% from yesterday's high of $0.0001919. Cosmos Capybara, a Terra Classic community member, has released a signaling proposal on Agora expressing the Terra Classic community's desire for osmosis to facilitate the off-chain burning of Terra Luna Classic LUNC. Before the ecosystem collapsed in May, the Terra Classic community and osmosis had a strong and mutually beneficial connection, with osmosis functioning as the major off-chain source of liquidity, excluding controlled exchanges, according to the proposal. Unlike Cosmos Capybara's earlier proposal, which requested that 50% of all LUNC burns at the conclusion of each epoch be sent to the community pool to finance development, this one has gotten widespread approval. At LUNC, a Terra Classic network validator, emphasizes that it is merely a signaling proposal. As a consequence, even if it succeeds, osmosis will need to adopt a second governance proposal to put it into effect. The most recent request comes as the Terra Classic community prepares to reopen inter-blockchain communication (IBC) channels. The code, as previously said, is set to go live on December 5th. It will, for example, enable trapped LUNC liquidity and osmosis to flow back into the Terra Classic network. In anticipation, several community members backed a proposal to raise the on-chain tax parameter to 1.2% in order to maximize burns from increased activity. Terra Classic has achieved an ultrantum of 1 out of the top 4,023 coins in the market, Lunar Crush said, releasing a dashboard displaying Terra Classic's social metrics and transaction volume. According to the dashboard, Terra Classic is presently ranked 1 out of the 4,022 coins previously evaluated using the LUNC assessment tool. The asset is presently ranked 93rd out of 4,022 coins on average. Furthermore, social contributions increased by 21.9% in the last week, while social interactions increased by a whopping 71.3%. Based on price fluctuations, LUNC's recent relief bounce pushed it to the 273rd spot among the market's 4,022 cryptocurrencies. Furthermore, the asset's recent trading volume spike has pushed it up to 18th place out of 4,022 currencies in terms of volume. It ranks 20th out of 4,022 coins in terms of social volume and social score. Binance's importance in recent metrics. This rise in social engagement and trading volume is mostly attributable to news of Binance's November LUNC burn. As previously reported by the Crypto Basic, the asset's transaction volume climbed by up to 57%. As a result, Terra Classic restored the $1 billion market value after 10 days of being below it. A self-proclaimed Terra Luna Classic LUNC whale reported in a tweet on Monday that he had located a wallet supposedly belonging to the now bankrupt FTX crypto exchange containing over 154 billion LUNC worth over $27.5 million at today's values. As a result, the Terra Classic community is left wondering what will happen to the currencies. Despite these interesting recommendations, it is important to note that these tokens most likely belong to FTX customers, making it illegal to burn their holdings to support the LUNC burn movement. Notably, even though they do not belong to FTX customers, they are nevertheless subject to the present bankruptcy proceedings as FTX assets. Meanwhile, Tron founder Justin Sun has shown an interest in buying FTX assets, as previously reported. Prices are now 1.37 lower, indicating a bearish reversal. TradingView is the source. Over the last 2 months, the Terra Classic coin price recovery has been hampered by a downward trend line. In reaction to this dynamic obstacle, the cryptocurrency has just dropped below $0.0015 psychological support in an attempt to refuel the bullish momentum. In the daily time frame chart, the LUNC price indicates a rounded bottom recovery utilizing $0.0015 as base support. The coin price has risen 14% in the last 4 days and has returned to the overhead trend line. This bullish rebound, accompanied by a steady increase in volume, signaled a high momentum rally. However, the LUNC price is presently trading around $0.000178, indicating a struggle to overcome the combined resistance of the $0.000182 in the declining trend line. If the coin continues below the aforementioned level, selling pressure will increase and prices may fall. Trading System 2. Trading Strategy Signals. Thank you very much for watching until now. Here are the results of our another trading strategy. Trading System 2. Technical analysis and trading signals on the daily time frame. The daily chart gives us a sell signal. Trading system generated sell. Multi-time frame stochastic indicator is neutral. Prices below both multi-time frame moving averages. MACD indicator is close to generation of buy signal. Trading System 2. Technical analysis and trading signals on the 1-hour time frame. Trading System 2. Technical analysis and trading signals on the 1-hour time frame. The hourly chart gives us a buy signal. Trading system generated buy. Multi-time frame stochastic indicator is oversold and almost generated buy signal. Price is above both multi-time frame moving averages. MACD indicator generated by signal. Write down below in the comments what is your strategy for the next few days. Click the card on the either left or right to get to more Luna Terra Classic price prediction analysis and LUNC technical analysis. Also, we present analysis on Bitcoin and Bitcoin news today. We cover tickers, XRP, BTC, Cardano, ETH technical analysis, and Shiba Inu coin. Check our playlists for the free technical analysis trading course. We do not provide investment or tax advice.